gotta draw Mickey Mouse. So first we have to draw a circle, right? So just like this, just a nice circle. It doesn't have to be perfectly even because we're gonna fix that. Next we have to draw two ovals, one around here and then another one around here. So one ovals that you're drawing, they gotta be like a third of the size, I think. Yeah, like a third of the size of your circle overall. And then next, we have to draw another oval right here for the nose. So it's gonna be like that. And this one's like a skinny oval. And you don't have to complete it, you can just finish by drawing it into the circle, because then it'll just make it harder for us later, right? So now we have that. So now here's the part where we start getting things all super detailed, right? So we're gonna draw this, and we're just gonna go in darker. Make sure you draw all the circles and ovals first. Make sure they're all light, because then you're gonna come over here, and this is when I'm gonna draw everything in darker. So let's see, we can start up here, and then here, this is why you don't need to make the circle perfect, because you'll just go over the lines like this, and it doesn't have to be all perfect, or I don't know, right? So then we're gonna come here, and there we go. Then this side of the ear, perfect. And over here, we're gonna come down and around, just like that. And I'm just showing you the simple parts for now, and then we'll get into some more detailed stuff, right? So now that we have this, don't fill this bottom line yet, right? We have all these like darker lines, so we're gonna take this line and just bring it to about here. And then we're gonna take this line here and bring it to right there. So like, yeah, like right in the middle of the other ear, sort of. Right? And now we can take another line, and it's gonna be like a swooping line. It's kind of like the Nike swoosh. So it's gonna come down. I'll do it on this side because it's easier. Come down and around, back to the top, just like that, right? And then next we'll have, you can erase some here, just a small bit, and we'll take it and we'll draw a little like U, and then another U, just very long, up top, just like that. Here, you can always erase your mistakes if you're drawing lightly, and then you'll be fine. So that's why you always want to draw lightly, right? So now we see our nose. You're starting to be able to see how the face is going to turn out. So now that we have that, we're going to get a line, and it's going to start like here, and it's going to come all the way down right there. Right, so this will help us position where our eyes are going to go. So, yeah, and then we'll have another line that's going to come right here, and that's our spacing for the eyes. Make sure the small line that goes in between the eyes is not too big, because if it's too big, it'll make it like wide-eyed, like a big space between the eyes, and you don't want that. So make sure it's not too big. And for me, I have to turn the book sideways for this. You can draw however you want, but it's just easier for me this way. You're gonna take just a straight line from here, this point, and not from the point, just like a little bit off, all the way back here to around this point, like that. And then we're gonna come down, and we're gonna come all the way across, back up to there. So now that's our mouth. So now I can turn my book back, right? And then we'll draw our tongue. So you'll take it, and you'll draw one like U, sort of, and you'll take another line and draw it so it's like behind it, sort of. See how like overlaps there, right? And then last but not least, for the mouth, we'll take a line and just go like that. Okay, so our next part is to draw the eyes, and then we're almost done.
Once again, I'm going to turn my book sideways for this part. You're going to draw 2 ovals. And these aren't going to be super big. Like, let's see. Just about that size right there. That's like a perfect size. And then for this, the other side, it's going to be a little smaller just because it's a little farther away. But don't make it super small. A little bigger, I think. There we go, just like that. Right, and now we can take like a V shape sort of. Here, I'll go back. I guess it's like a V. And you'll go like this and like that. So you'll like take a chunk out of the eye. And you'll do that for both eyes. Right? And then you can erase the line in the middle and erase the lines on the eyes. Now we have the eyes all done. So there's one last step. This is kind of hard to figure out what you're gonna do, but once you know how to do it, it should be pretty easy. So you're gonna start like here, right at this edge, and you're gonna make another point like straight up from the edge of this line here, so like right there. And you're just gonna go from this all the way down to here, and that's gonna be like the cheek sort of. So just draw like a nice curve to there, and then you'll draw another point up like here, because if you do here it'll mess it up. So you'll go up here. I'll do it this way. Go from there and down to there, right? And now we have, like, you know how there's like a triangle usually here. It comes in and it goes back out. So I'll turn it sideways again, and you make a dot right there, and then you can bring it up like that, and then make another line right here, just like that, and then this line will come down all the way to the nose, and I'll just stop right there, and that is Mickey Mouse, right? So there's some other parts that we can do now. We have our liner pen, right, where we can take it and go over all the lines with like a black pen. You can use a Sharpie for this, like a Flair pen, anything really. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. So I have it all lined now, and I think it looks pretty cool. So last but not least, you have to do this every time you make a drawing. You always have to sign it, right? Just like that. And then you can put the date if you want to. I don't really put the date. So you sign it, put your pens down, and you're all done. And that's Mickey Mouse.